What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Just Talking podcast. Thanks for coming back and listening. It is my last podcast, and okay, holy shit, I am just realizing that, next weekend is a new month, so that's kind of fucking crazy. Sick. Anyways, so welcome back. I totally just failed a test, so this is how I'm coping. And because I failed this test, I think it's really funny because I have decided to talk about things like tips and just life after graduation, things I wish I was more aware of, or things that my little sister just graduated. I'm getting ahead of myself before I can even start anything. But yeah, so the basic topic is on things, tips and just observations I've made of life after graduation. And I mean, I've only been graduated 2 years, but I think my story is pretty knowledgeable. I really did grow up really fast. But anyways, I just jumped straight fucking into that. It's not even a minute in. Holy shit. I apologize. I'm super sorry. With summer, it is absolutely awful for anybody with fucking allergies, so that is why my voice sounds kind of strange. But yeah, as I said, I took a test today, didn't go very well, but to my defense, it was kind of a fucky test. So it was one of those ones where there's this question and each answer is slightly right, but this one pertains to it more, but you have to choose two, so then you have to decide which of the five, which are all correct, which two of those five are the most correct. And it was that was the section that I missed on the test, so I was like, shit, gotta study that more. But yeah, so anyways, welcome back. As I said, my little sister, she just graduated. She is 18, and well, she hasn't graduated. She is going to graduate in August, but she's basically done. She's done with school. She's not going to go back. So she walked, and it was really awesome. And her school is super weird because she goes to this Mormon charter school that's really prestigious, and my grandparents were really kind and really wanted her to go to there because she's had a really hard time with school, and so she really pushed herself and put herself through this. So I'm really proud of her, and so I'm really shocked that she even wanted to graduate early. And she actually wanted to graduate early because of me, and that's because I graduated early. And so when I was talking with her when we drove up to her graduation, which was literally just 5 minutes, and then when we drove back, I was just kind of asking her, about college and also about her beliefs, because she, as I just said, she went to a Mormon charter school. So it was a weird graduation compared to my experience. And so as I was talking to her, I realized that there was a lot of stuff. I mean, I already knew. She's my little sister, so I know a lot about her. She's very I love her. She's very opinionated and will tell you what the fuck is up, but she will not take it back. And God bless her, but she's working on it. And that's just who she is. And so because of that, I think I have perceived her as a very innocent person, just because she thinks that she just goes around knowing it all. But when we were talking in graduation, I realized that, she has a lot of, big concerns about her life that I never even realized. And so that got me thinking, we talked, and that got me thinking, how about I just share some of the general things that I realized after I graduated, and really just threw myself out there that, I don't know if she's gonna listen to this. I highly doubt that she will, but this is slightly dedicated to her, and just stuff that I also know that my friends have observed. And yeah, So let's just jump into it. I'm gonna throw in some context. I graduated 2 years ago. It was fucking sick. I did graduate early. That was because of some personal issues, and the day that I graduated early was actually prom night, and I moved out. I left. It was a little interesting. It was just to keep tension out of the home, and it helped a lot. So I left. And from that day, I mean, I went and I got a full-time job, and thankfully my best friend's family let me live in their basement with them for a year, because they knew that there's no way I was gonna live off, my little salary of however much I was making at the chocolate factory. But they knew that I needed help, so that was really kind of them. But after that was when I got a better, more stable full-time job, and I moved out on my own. And that was kind of when I started to realize a lot of more stuff just about life. Because I mean, when I first graduated, that prom night, and then there was about 3 months. I graduated in the middle of third term, so there was still one more term left, and so that's like 2.5, like about 3 months. And so during that time period, all my friends were still in school, and I just had a full-time job. And during that time, I really did learn that, like, your life is just forever on a schedule, and that fucking, like, it's so exhausting. But I learned to manage my time. It's something that I really understand, how many minutes are in an hour and what it feels like to waste it. And I think something that I also learned from that is that sometimes, like, when you're just, like, need a second, because your life, the moment you get a full-time job, is forever scheduled and time managed. It's okay when you're on a weekend and you really just want to sit there and waste time, because it's so nice. It's just so nice to just be like, okay, I can fucking breathe. Because the clock, I'm sorry, it will become your best friend and enemy. But that is one of the biggest things I learned. And I mean, you would think you would learn this through how many fucking years of school we went through. But no, it didn't hit me. I went to, like, hundreds of hours of attendance school. I did so many packets to make up the hundreds of hours that I still needed. And yet I was still able to graduate early, which, I mean, thank God. Thank you, Walker. Hell yeah. But, like, I had no aspect of time. Like, yeah, I had a part-time job, but it was really flexible. And, like, during the summers, I mean, I taught swim lessons and stuff, and that was super flexible. You just had to be there in the morning. It wasn't, like, crazy if we had to miss. But, like, the moment I got a full-time job and I needed to make money to move out of... Okay, whoa, sorry, that was weird. My mic just cut out. I always have technical difficulties. But yeah, anyways, so the basics of that was you should just understand time management and get it down now, even if it's, like, ridiculous. Something that also coincides with time management is getting myself on a schedule. When I first graduated and I had, like, a kind of, when my first full-time job was really, like, I worked at the chocolate factory at the mall, so it was very, like, what shifts can you fit in as long as she gets this many hours a week. So I was working a bunch of random shifts, I was covering people's shifts, so it was really all over the place. And so that type of lifestyle was really awful, and I really do suggest that if you can get out of that as soon as possible, you will become a lot happier. And I say that because I know that there are so many more jobs out there that, like, I know so many of my friends that went from those type of jobs that now have, like, we all have call center jobs. We all have, like, scheduled normal people jobs, because, like, you're capable enough to do that. Like, I think that's also something, okay, anybody should understand this, is that you are capable enough. If you really want to do something, you can fucking do it. Like, So that's something really important to understand, just the basics of going through life that I have struggled with and I'm still struggling with. But like on the basis of just getting a new job, if you hate your job and it's not working with your schedule, it's like hindering your time, get a new job and get one that will schedule you like, you know, it's in your contract, you sign for a specific amount of hours, you can like, you know every nook and cranny. And I say that because when I finally got on like a scheduled job and I knew what hours I had to be a specific place, and then I knew that I had to be, and then I did go to college, so I did start school. So I think that's a lot of, actually almost every job that hires a young person, I mean, they want you to get higher education. I've never met a job, actually no, my first job, the chocolate factory, shit jobs at the mall, they don't want you to get a college education because they want you to work there forever. But if you go anywhere else, you're going to get a support system that will work around your hours of work, you know, like they'll work with you. So, you know, I got on this schedule, and because of that, I was able to like turn my life around, and that's kind of weird. So I guess I'll explain this. I was super depressed I'm still depressed, but I was very depressed and it was showing, and it was awful when I was working at the chocolate factory, and it was because my life was in like chaos. It was just, there was no consistency. When you get on a pattern of consistency and you can work in, okay, this is how many hours I can sleep a night, this is when I should eat, like when you can kind of put your life on this consistent path, it's a lot easier to regulate your happiness. That sounds super weird, and I feel like that's not the correct way of saying it, but like once you get on a path of consistency, like it really does help your state of mind, because then you have that stability. And so after I gained that consistency, I mean, that job, after literally just a couple months of saving up, I think it was like 2 or 3 months after I started working at my call center job, that was when I was able to add on to what I was saving and move out and get an actual apartment and have an income. And then from there, I like started making a lot more different decisions. I think that's really important, is consistency, and just know that you can always get a better job, always look for a better job. Everyone deserves a better job because everyone deserves to be better. Okay, that was like so many random points all at once. A lot of inspirational shit. But I just want everyone to just know that, like, yeah, it's only been 2 years out of graduation, but you have to understand that, like, I did kind of throw myself into this role of complete independence. I think for the longest time, the only thing my parents paid for was my car and car insurance, but my car was already paid off, so it was my car insurance, and that was it. And that's not talking about school, because school, my parents were really great about, we have a deal. But, that's also something that I would highly suggest. I am a very big person for higher education. If you graduate and you are unsure if you should go to college, I honestly do believe that, like, literally a semester, a term, I don't know, maybe just like 1 year, give it a year away from home, get out of the house, get the fuck out. Can you hear me? Can you get the fuck out of your parents' house, please? Okay. Get out of your parents' house and go to college. I left my parents' house pretty fast. I left it pretty willingly. Most of my friends, except for Penelope and one friend that I'm not really friends with anymore. I did move into Penelope's house, but my goal was still to get out of there. I mean, she moved out eventually, but like me and Maggie both have and just know people, or we're all in the same boat where we were like, okay, the moment we turn 18, the moment we graduate, the moment we have the right to say we're bye, like peace out, we're leaving, because of just why, like why would we stay there if we're not happy, we want to live on our own. But like there's still so many people, and just they don't leave, or I mean they want to leave but they don't, and then they stay exactly the same, and they miss out on this opportunity to grow. And so that's also something that I am realizing right now, because yes, I did leave my parents' house straight away, and yes, I did move out of Penelope's house out of like a year, and I don't know how long I stayed there, like just under a year, which was like the fastest I could. But after that, I moved just like 30 minutes away from, and that was also because I thought I was going to go to school, but I ended up changing my school pass, and then I just ended up staying 30 minutes away from where I grew up, and all of my friends left, and they all moved, and they all decided, Penelope moved to California, Emma left to California with her dad, and then she's finally moved out, and I think she's really happy about that. Of her dad's house, at least. But we're all having this realization of like, shit, we shouldn't have stayed around. Like, living in Orem, 30 minutes away from Utah County, literally just Utah County. Nothing against Utah County, everything against Utah County, just kidding. But it was really draining and exhausting, and I was getting kind of sad about it. All my friends lived far away. I would not spend my weekends in my house, and if it was, like, it was with people that were from out of town. It wasn't with, like, I didn't have any friends. And then the friends that I try to make at UVU, it didn't work out because nobody wants to be friends there because it's a commuter school, which, I mean, is fair. Everyone's there to kind of just get in, get out. But it was just weird. It was just a weird experience to live on my own, basically. I mean, I did have 2 other roommates, but we kept to ourselves. We didn't even spend time in, like, the public areas, like, unless we were cooking. So, like, I lived on my own for, like, a year and a half. And I mean, I definitely am a very independent person. I really do enjoy my privacy. I feel like being alone is really important just for anybody, because if you're around people for too fucking long, it's just too much for your brain to handle. So I definitely, like, appreciated it, but I didn't help with the depression, but it really turned me into this weird antisocial, like, even my friends I made at work, I mean, Hannah lived like 30 minutes away. And so, it was like the people that I was friends with, they were still even farther away from me. And so I was like, shit, like, are you kidding me? So, it was just kind of like a mess. And so I finally moved to Logan, the one place that, like, I, for the longest time, really, really wanted to move there. I don't know why it took me so, actually, I do know why, but I mean, I'm so happy that I moved there. Just being out of Utah County, it doesn't even matter that I'm living with Andy and Maggie. Like, it doesn't even matter that I enjoy the people that I'm living with. Just the fact that I'm out of Utah County, it just feels refreshing. So I highly suggest to anybody graduating, if you're not sure if you're going to go to college, I always say go to college, because higher education, I mean, you'll always have more options, and there's no harm in becoming smarter. Just, there's no harm in it. Please, I feel like everyone should go to school. I, like, do agree that, like, if you do go straight to school, there's no shame in taking a break. I took a break. I completely overworked myself. So, but, like, know that, like, if you're one of those people that's just, like, kind of like, I don't want to sit here after graduation, but, like, I don't want to go to college, but I don't know what to do, I would just say, go take some generals at a college and go, like, move out of the house, or Or go get a full-time job and move out of your parents' house. Just move out of your parents' house somewhere just like with your friends or just farther away to give yourself this fresh experience, because just it's so nice. It's just so nice. And that I suggest that so heavily. That's another suggestion. Tip number like 12, and I feel like I've only moved on to topic 2, which is fucking weird. Okay, so I guess the last like overall topic type of thing that I kind of wanted to touch on kind of like after graduation / like what I discovered type of thing. It's something that me and my little sister, we actually talked about, and it's on your beliefs, which I think is a really important topic to think about after you have graduated and you're about to take this step. As I just said, a majority, the general public, they go to college, they move into dorms, they leave the house. And so, I'm assuming that a majority of those people, they're gonna finally first be on their own, and they're gonna have to question their beliefs. And they're gonna have to discover, things that they believe on their own. And I think that it's really important to be okay with that. We live in Utah. I live in Utah. Faith went to a Mormon school. I completely and thoroughly understand if she is just sick of Mormonism, going to a charter school like that, so intensely embedded. I haven't been to church in about like 2 years, I think. It's been like a year and a half. Like, I haven't even gone to a farewell. I feel really guilty, but like, I can't do it. I can't stomach it. It's a lot. It's just a lot. Oh my God, that graduation ceremony was like a fucking church. I don't have to go back for another 2 years. I'm good, guys. It's good. I'm getting into heaven. It's fine. But like, I completely understand if she's, exhausted. But I kind of was just like, don't be scared of questioning your beliefs. That's the point. Like, if you want to really discover who you are, question it. Really find something to stand behind. Really go, no, I don't believe that, and be willing to prove why, and be willing to be like, well, that just doesn't sound right, and be able to back it up. It's such a important part of life that I think something really basic to like start on is just looking at your basic beliefs. And like, I guess religion is what I'm talking about. I'm literally not saying that you have to question your Mormonism and be like, oh, okay, I'm not Mormon anymore, because no, if you question your Mormonism and find out, okay, no, like, I really do align with what I'm doing, I follow these rules because I truly believe in what the teachings mean, then fucking believe in Mormonism. It's not a big fucking deal, okay? Just like, it's gonna be okay if you go, hey, maybe I don't want to believe this, maybe I want to, try out this religion, maybe I want to be a Catholic now. I don't know. It's okay. It's completely okay and justifiable if you want to question your beliefs. And I highly suggest that you do, because it's really fun and you can discover so much about yourselves. And I'm hoping that this summer, and I will totally try and share this more, but I want to understand my religious beliefs a little bit more. I was raised Mormon and I did not agree with it for the entirety of my life. So I've been fighting this religion that I didn't understand, and I tried to understand, and it didn't fucking work, and I graduated and I grew up, and now I'm at a point in my life where I am finally kind of ready to kind of get behind the, do I really believe in Jesus? If I believe in Jesus, where does that take me? If I don't, what do I believe in? Should I practice these things? What should I do? Blah, blah, blah. Those type of things. And I think it's really like, it shows a lot of character to be willing to question yourself like that, to be willing to go, okay, well, if I don't believe this, then what do I believe in? And, why, you know? Figure out the whys yourself. I don't know. I enjoy standing for things, I guess. Is my thing. I enjoy standing for truth, I guess. That, and also everyone should choose a normal diet. Like, oh my gosh, Kanye. Sorry, my phone just went off. Side note on, like, my religious rant of, like, religious liberation. But also, I highly suggest that everyone, after graduation, you know, go for a run every day or 30 minutes a day, do like 20 sit-ups, you know, do that type of shit. And also try and choose a diet. I mean, I'm not saying like become a vegan, become a vegetarian, pescatarian, whatever, but I do think it's really scary for me, at least. When I graduated, I got on my own. I mean, I gained all the weight. I gained it all. And it was because I really just didn't give a shit about what I was doing to my body. And so I think that's something why I say, you know, choose a diet, or I guess just be conscious of what you're eating in your diet, because I really just want everyone to feel great about themselves, because I just have this overall feeling that everyone hates themselves, and it sucks, and I am sick of everyone being sick of themselves. I've been listening to Beyonce too much, to be honest with you. I listened to Beyonce before this is totally why I progressed to this, is that question your religion and choose a good diet. Eat well, kids. That's all I really have to say. So yeah, that was my long, probably super obnoxious rant on what I've like observed / tips and things that I think people should keep in mind after graduation. I'm assuming that everyone that's listening to this has already graduated, so hopefully my little sister actually listens to this. Everyone that has graduated and that has listened to this all the way, please give me other stuff that I need to know, because I mean, it's only been 2 years, and yeah, I've been thrown into the most adult situation ever, and I've put myself as like, yeah, I may be almost 21, but I'm at the level of like a 23, 24-year-old. It's kind of weird, but it's just the way that I have to like live my life to survive. Yet I still do like every once in a while, you know, like 20-year-old things. God keep life exciting, you know. So yeah. Leave comments below and like and subscribe, and I will see y'all next week for a really awesome episode that I need to record right now. Also, keep a lookout for, I'm still editing those vlogs. I think I finally figured out how to fix them. I'm super pumped. Okay, bye.